welcome to Scribbles with Jonathan F3, and finishing up part 2. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. And all we're going to do is jump in from where we left off on the previous video. And what that was basically we had just stepped through and done a bunch of procedures to get to where we're at right now. Toying with things, playing with things, seeing what fits. And I think I a little bit from my initial idea of a barbarian, so what I decided to do is turn him into a barbarian king. And hopefully it'll come across, and if not, that's fine. And so what I did is I picked the one that I thought that I would go with. I copied it, and then just pasted it into a new layer, and I saved the previous file in case I ever wanted to go back, in case there's any mistakes, and then just, you can always go back to it. So I did this one, and made a new file. And what I did here is I just put a new layer over top of it and set it to multiply. And just got a regular airbrush and a regular hard edge brush, and just to establish a little bit of lighting in the scene. And then what I do is I go over it again with a little bit of a darker brush, a darker color. In this case, it's not pure black. I just pick a darker color that's already in the drawing, and then I just start adding in some details. And what I'm worried about at this stage right here is not so much the funnel, how he's going to look right now. Just getting some of those big chunky details out of the way, because everything's still kind of blurry. And as you can see, if you guys remember us talking in the first video about me wanting to add like a lion's head or some sort of animal, that's what I'm doing right here. I'm saving it for the detail stage like right now, just to get the idea of where I want it to go and where I want the fur to be and stuff like that. And I'm kind of doing an outline just to separate things. Again, just trying to find some shapes that I like. I will say that I'm going to find the detail in there, but I'm not talking about like rendered detail. That will be in the after we add some color to this guy and take it to the next stage. And I did want to also point out, in case you guys didn't notice, this file right here, I think it's pretty small. I think the height is probably about, if I think it was pixels, I think it was 700 pixels in the height. So it's pretty small, and what I like to do about that is I can work all my toning and colors in a small stage like that, and then when I blow it up to actually render it out, it's less of a stress on my computer. So I'm just adding some patterns on the arm there, just fixing the hand a bit. And here, all I'm doing is putting black little rectangles to represent braids in his hair, and those are just, what's the best way I could say them? Landmarks for me to come back later and to know what I was thinking as I was doing it, so I could go back and add them. I do that quite a bit. I add little things here and there to remind myself later of what I could potentially incorporate. And while we're just working on the details a bit, I just wanted to take this time also to let you guys know of an awesome thing I started, and I'm enjoying it anyway. If you guys enjoy these videos, you may dig this as well. If not, you could just stop by, check it out, and if it's not what you like, don't worry about it. Basically, it's called Live Scribbles with Jonathan, and it's the exact same thing as this show, except it's done live. And what I usually, how it goes is I spend about, 10 to 20 minutes around there doing some 30-second gestures. And then after that, I pick a topic of the day that I'm just going to sketch and basically talk out loud. And it's pretty cool because, well, I should give you the site name. If any of you are familiar with USTREAM, I'm on there, so you guys can check me out. The address will be, I don't know if I can post it on the screen or not, but in case I can, I'll just say it for you guys. It's ustream.tv/Jonathan Rector, and Ustream is not spelled like Y-O-U, it's just the letter U, stream, S-T-R-E-A-M, .tv/Jonathan Rector. And I update that guy every Monday to Thursday, and I'm live from 10:30 to 11:30 Eastern time. I live in Toronto, so if in case I always get my my time zones messed up, so you could always go off that. And like I said, I just go in there, open up a chat room, and everybody can chat. I've got a mic. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to just stop by. That's okay. You don't have to set up an account. I'm more than sure you can sign up as a guest and just check it out. I think I probably have right now. I started it about a week ago, so I probably got about 6 or 7 videos of the live Scribbles with Jonathan. But then also what I do sometimes during the day is while I'm doing my comic work, I'll just hook up the camera and invite anybody. This is one thing I recommend if you guys do have Twitter. You guys can add me on there at Art by Jar because I do an update just to let everybody know. And if you happen to be on and just killing some time or you wanted to chit chat, I usually just, like I said, set the camera up while I'm drawing and just shoot the breeze with everybody. Kind of helps get the the brain going when you're getting a little bit bored of being by yourself and stuff. So, and I guess that'll be my shameless plug for that. So as you guys can see in this drawing, basically I thought for a king he wasn't looking very kingly, so I decided to add a lot of like a giant cape, and then a longer sword, and you can see the difference right there. I'm just flipping back and forth between the layers to make sure I like what I see. And then I add another multiply layer and just quickly start adding some more tone. And I haven't even done any highlights yet. And all this stuff is really quick, just tonal work. I'm not worried about going in there and actually doing rendering and perfect shading and stuff. That's going to come once the color's in. And I mean, you could do it in a tone stage, like right here. It's actually probably recommended to do that, because if you can nail the tone down, color will just always flow over tone, no matter what you do. And I probably should have did that now that I'm looking at it in hindsight, but I always have this battle that I'm fighting with myself of trying to get to the color as fast as I can. And that's just something I'm going to have to work on. But yeah, so I'm just kind of tightening up the line, I guess you could call it right now. Just add some extra tone in there, just to help make it pop a bit. Yep, just flipping back and forth there, and I think we're about to get ready to toss in some color. Oh, no, my fault. I added another layer once I flattened everything. I made another layer and made it, was it screen or overlay? I'm pretty sure it was screen. And then I just the local color, local gray, and quickly added some in the background to break it up. And I'm just throwing a little bit in on his cut design. Nothing too crazy, just to help break it up a bit. Again, not focusing too much on hard lines and details, just patterns and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure we're good to go from here. This video is just going to cover this stage, and then I'm going to walk you guys through how I add some color onto this, or how I like to go with it. And then in the next video, it'll probably be the last part of it, the series anyway, I'll just quickly render it out. And here again, I was about to change the image size, but it would have been too early to do that because I still have the color to throw on there. So what I do is I flatten everything. Usually I'll make another copy of the exact layer in case there's any mistakes I'm making. Then I make a brand new layer over top and I set it to overlay. But what I did right here, again I'm jumping steps, I apologize, is one of the gray layers, just click and go image adjust hue saturation, and in the bottom right corner there's a button you can click called colorize, and it'll actually change your gray to a color. Then on that overlay layer I just get an airbrush at about 40% opacity, and I just start lightly airbrushing in some color. And what I'm trying to do here is bring some warmth in, try to establish the regal of the king. So a little bit of blue for, blue and purples and yellows. I think pretty standard for royalty. But he is a barbarian, so afterwards I know what I would like to do is get a little blood texture going on there, like he's actually killed somebody. And I mean that crown, now that I'm looking at it, maybe look a little druid, like a druid or something. But this isn't for client work or anything. This is just for me. So a lot of the trial and error, and I usually don't hold myself to too much of a standard as to what I'm doing. Like if I drift off topic a bit, that's okay for me. And here I'm just adding a little bit of blue in here, just to liven it up a bit. And then usually what I do is once I start the colors, I start liking them, I flatten the image, and I'll go into here. This is just variations, so it's image adjust variations. And you can change around, you can see real quick with the tone. Sometimes I don't like it, that's fine. I always, once I have the colors I generally like in the image, I start adjusting with the hue and the saturation just to see how it plays out. I usually don't adjust the contrast and stuff yet, but I do like to play with it just to see where it's going. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys can always get a hold of me on Twitter. My username is artbyjar. You guys can always check out my website at jonathanrector.com. And again, feel free, and I encourage you guys to all head over to my USTREAM account just to check it out and maybe have some fun. You can get it on there at USTREAM. That's the letter U, stream.tv/JonathanRector. And don't forget to subscribe to keep yourself up to date with the videos. And I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll talk to you guys next Friday. Take care. Bye.